allow the two
It's okay. It's okay. Off the mic. It's okay. Off the mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mic, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. My yegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. My yegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun la wa mo la mo dododo. Mayegun diary, na you be number one. Mayegun la wa mo la mo dododo. Mayegun diary, na you be number one. Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Mayegun diary, na you be number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary, na you be number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary, na you be number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary, na you be number one. Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary, na you be number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary, na you be number one. Mayegun diary, diary politico. Mayegun diary, na you be number one. Godfatherism, kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun diary, na you be number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o, kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun diary, na you be number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary, na you be number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn làjò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Hello there, brethren. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And a good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is Máyégún live. And welcome to the Temple of Truth. Tonight or this afternoon, depends on the time you are joining us. But do me that singular favor, right? That after reading the caption of the broadcast, read the description of the broadcast as well. Then like it, which is your offering. Share it. To invite your friends and your not so friendly friends, all of them, let them to join us, right? The Máyégún today, Máyégún is live. Tonight is one of the saddest kind of like a days in that contraption among many other days. So the conversation tonight is very broad, which means we are just going to be like going from left to right. All you have to do, just keep following and engaging. Do you get what I mean now? So one after the other. The Nigerian criminal regime of thiefnubu, I believe, to some extent, they have told themselves that Donald Trump's statement is just one of those, mere statements. And right now, they've put that behind them. There's likelihood of Donald Trump and America striking Nigeria as they were like purporting. So somehow they feel like, you know what? Seems everything is fine, right? Because their propaganda generally is that thiefnubu's regime has been doing so wonderfully well. They have been combating the terrorists, and the narratives that were sold to Americans and the rest of the world, they were not really the true picture. Not knowing that, apart from those who are living inside Nigeria, where it is believed that information has been so limited to the point that people living in Nigeria will be asking those of you living outside Nigeria, how did you know that? How did you even hear about that before us? So those living inside Nigeria will argue with you. I'm not saying all of them. Most of them inside Nigeria will argue with you that what you are telling them is fake news because you are not living there. And because of this, I believe this is why the criminals in charge of Nigeria have been able to feel so comfortable. And sometimes when they respond to or when they are called out to do their job, they tend to be so arrogant and, that pride while the country born. Nigeria has been captured. You just need to possibly come to that reality. And the sooner you come to that reality, I think the better for everyone before you become a victim. APC, Egbekegbe, they have destroyed Nigeria. But if you are living in Lagos and few other cities where most of these things are just like news to you, you will disagree with me. That's fine. But before now, a lot of people believe that it is corruption that has eaten deep into your military, your defense. That the supposed giant of Africa, right? And again, with that size of a military, has been unable to protect our own citizens. And rather, they have been embarking on propaganda after propaganda to cover up why people die. And you know something? Most of Nigerians that are killed every day, they never make it to the news. Most of them just ended up as news flash. Only when the terrorists make videos or survivors make videos of their experience in the hands of these murderous terrorists. So what is Nigerian government? What have they been doing? They are giving their citizens middle fingers because they are those who claim to be fighting terrorists. But at the same time, they also have a program that actually releases terrorists before they ever face any justice, if they capture any. Now, Operation Safe Corridor, it is called. Also, they are also the same people who are organizing and supervising peace meetings with terrorists. In the last 2 weeks, let me cut it short. In the last 3 days alone, I have seen more than 20 different videos of this Fulani terrorist, ISWAP terrorist. I have seen videos of ISWAP fighting Boko Haram. I have seen videos of supposed dangerous Fulani terrorist leaders, right? Moved into town in convoy of in convoy of their bikes, not cows, nothing, bikes and guns, into communities, into different states, from Zamfara to Niger to Katsina. Katsina is even worse, which is now spilling into, little by little, is spilling into Kano now, by the way. So all of this we have been there, then the killings also continued. So 3 days ago, the Nigerian army, their own base in Borno, right? They got ambushed by the ISWAP. And shockingly, the leader, Brigadier General of the army, leading or commanding the troop, suddenly got separated from his own troop when they have killed like about 10, 15 soldiers. Some of them, they were killed in that, you know how that gully they always dig? When they're like fighting wars, they would dig all this stuff. They will mount all this block, all the stuff, right? The terrorists invaded the place, killed as many as they could kill, and then separated their leader, commander, brigadier general, somebody who is in charge of over 3,500 men, found himself in front of the theater of war and somehow got separated, and he got lost in the forest for 24 hours. He was communicating with his own supposed command, his team, as they claimed that all of them have returned. Meanwhile, when they got ambushed, the news came out and said many soldiers have been slaughtered. Nigerian army denied that. They said, no, nothing like that. What happened was that the military, the guys got ambushed, and when they got ambushed, they killed 2 vigilantes and 2 soldiers. That the commander, which is the brigadier general, and the rest of the troop, they made it back to base. That means they walked back to base to dispel the truth that Boko Haram, ISWAP, have slaughtered Nigerian soldiers. Have you seen the video? No, I'm not going to show you, because probably if I did that, it won't be here tomorrow. The channel will be gone. It's all over the place. Boko Haram have now published the video. I'm coming to that too. So they lied. Their own soldiers. So the brigadier general, somebody who became a brigadier general in the army, got lost. And he was giving them information where he was and all of that. And then, bam, ISWAP got him. Baba, he was telling them that I could hear the chopper, I could hear the sound as you're coming closer. Come closer, you will see me. That was his last message. ISWAP got him. They killed him today. Now, ISWAP they've now released this about 4 minutes video of the operation, how they slaughtered Nigerian soldiers, including this brigadier. They killed him like a beast. You can't even kill a dog like that. And these are the people they are asking you to go and protest, so that Donald Trump, America, will not come to Nigeria. They will not come and take your oil. They will not come and take your resources. They killed the guy today. We're going to get to his story. But this morning, 4 a.m. this morning, in a town called Maga in Kebbi Kebbi State. These Fulani terrorists, this time they are Fulani terrorists, not ISWAP yet. Fulani terrorists invaded a community, and it was like, if you check how most of these guys operate, right, you can barely differentiate them. The modus operandi, when you see the Fulani terrorists operating, they will come on these hundreds of bikes, shooting everywhere. And then once they get into where they want to get to, they will kill those they will kill, and then kidnap the women and girls. They will take them away with them. So it's always been the same modus operandi of the Boko Haram and the ISWAP, that you should feel offended when they call the Fulani terrorists bandits with what they have done. So they invaded the dormitory of a girls' comprehensive school. They invaded that, and in the process, they kidnapped 25 girls. So right now, you should be seeing all these, their hashtag, bring back our girls right now. thiefnubu, bring back our girls. APC, bring back our girls. But there are also some conspiracy theories around that, which I'm going to share with you. So, they took 25 girls in a country that was supposed to be a sovereign country. And when Jonathan was there, remember, he bought girls. And everybody felt like that was it. No, this is it. Then Boko Haram came in. Kidnapping school children became a thing. You remember the Kebbi, the Kankara, I think there's another one called Jakara. School children were kidnapped in their hundreds. Right? I'll tell you what about what they call the conspiracy theory around that. Like, this could also be the handiwork of the APC, thiefnubu and his gang, in order to kind of make it look like, oh yeah, they kidnapped the girls and they have been freed, and then they should kind of be like, oh, they are walking. Well, you know what they have been doing about that, right? Give money to the terrorists eventually, get these kidnapped girls back, maybe not all of them, and then they will say they rescued them. And you'll be asking them, like, if you rescued these people, what happened to their abductors, the people that kidnapped them? What happened to them? So we're going to start from Maga this evening, right? Here is the first media to actually really stream it at, just nearly this evening. Throughout the day, it was like a dead news. And I still think it's not really a big news in Nigeria. Two terrible things happened today. Guess what the APC were doing? They were doing the decamping party in Kogi and Taraba. We'll also get to that part. But yeah.
Now to some breaking news. Before we start what's trending, we're just learning, with officials of Kebbi State government confirming a terrorist attack on Maga Comprehensive Girls Secondary School, where an unspecified number of female students have been abducted. So the chief press secretary to Kebbi State Governor Ahmed Idris confirmed the attack, while also saying that the details are still somewhat ambiguous as of now. But here's what we know. The state deputy governor, Umar Tafida, has led a team of government officials to the scene of the crime, while sources report that a staff of the school was killed and some even sustained different injuries as the terrorists got into the school and shot sporadically. So we'll definitely follow that story. Speaking of security or insecurity, let's head over to Katsina State now, where shocking new footage appears to show a number of armed bandits on motorcycles and bicycles storming the Kankia local government area of the state. So in this video posted on Saturday, a group of bandits ride into an open area as gunshots can literally be heard firing into the air, as no security presence is there to counter them or protect residents. Let's take a look at the video, then discuss it.
Yeah, we'll come back and take a look at that. Right? That was when they initially just like shared it and said, oh yeah, but meanwhile, it happened since 4 a.m. 4 a.m. this morning. And there was no news that really like picked it, except for some social media and those who were like kind of like talking about it. So they killed the vice principal of the school, while other staff, like 2 or 3 other staff, sustained gunshot injuries. So they came for the girls. They went straight into their dormitories and grabbed them. So when the media finally got there, this evening, right? So here is one of the clips from the scene afterward. So that was the aftermath when they took the children. So right now, they haven't really made any demand for the children, okay? But let me say something to you. To some of you that usually love to be politically correct, because to some of you, since you have probably not been direct victims, and you have no clear understanding of this whole thing, so you automatically agreed with these people who are supervising the killings of Nigerians, no matter where they come from. But they are making you believe that calling for help means demarketing Nigeria, means we don't wish well for Nigeria. Do you understand that if thiefnubu actually does his job, if he did his job before now, people can criticize his policies or that stuff. But when it comes to security, if Nigeria is actually really safe from this Islamic terrorist and all of them are combined, they cannot be powerful than the government of the country ever. So before now, people were saying it was corruption that made it impossible for them to defeat the terrorists. They have told you the terrorists are being sponsored by the outsiders, the foreigners, the Americans, CIA, and all of that. But thiefnubu, who is your president, is also stylishly making you agree and believe that the terrorists are bigger than Nigeria. Do you understand that? It simply means it's just going to be over a little more time. You will no longer be able to actually have that, your small space that you think you have peace, because right now you are watching Nigeria become so like shrinking. The space is shrinking that the majority of you today, you will prefer to save money and go on holiday outside Nigeria. And yet, when we were growing up, those of you who did geography, those of you who did the social studies, those of you who kind of had much about the current affairs, were told of how beautiful Nigeria was. Every state, every part, the different weathers and all of that stuff were meant to be going about the whole country freely. Or right now, you have been psychologically conditioned, right? That since you can manage your space. What are you looking for? What do you want to go to Kebbi for? Why do you have to go to? You forgot that when we were growing up, as corrupt as Nigeria was, people were still sending their children. They will put them on the bus. This is your unity schools. So go to school in Sokoto. They will send their children to school in Calabar. Send their children to school from Aba. Send them to Suleja in Niger. And the children will be there safe and sound. And you have watched these criminals. They have shrunk Nigeria. And you are watching them because you think you have not been affected directly. And therefore, you are seeing videos, things that ordinarily in your lifetime, I don't know how old you are. In my lifetime, I never believed Nigeria would get to this stage. Forget it. Then, thiefnubu wants you to believe that calling him out or asking for America to actually do what they say they want to do is undermining your country. These guys have destroyed Nigeria so much that terrorists have become so established in Nigeria, and your government have accepted them. They've made them different offers. Billions, hundreds of billions and billions have gone into their pockets, rearming them. Weapons that belongs to Nigeria have been stolen by these terrorists. And they have been used against Nigeria, against Nigerian army, against Nigerian government. And yet, they still have soft spot for them. So the real enemy of Nigeria are those who have the opportunity and the power to keep us safe. But they have chosen otherwise. It is no longer about corruption, brethren. What is wrong with Nigeria's security is worse than, maybe corruption actually encapsulate all of that, by the way, right? However, incompetency is also part of what is wrong with Nigeria. They've been fighting the same war for nearly 15 years now. Hundreds of thousands of lives have been lost. Millions of lives have been disrupted and destroyed. And rather than show the real kind of working, they are investing in propaganda to make you believe that some people want to break Nigeria, some people want to destroy Nigeria, and they are destroying Nigeria. Now, here is the thing. It is either the people that surround thiefnubu actually wanted him destroyed in a way you've never seen before, by offering him and giving him the advice that he considered as the best for Nigeria, And this advice, this security advice they have been given to him for the past 2.5 years have cost more Nigerian lives. When do you really think thiefnubu should sit back and be like, what advice are you guys actually giving me? What's going on? Or thiefnubu himself is aware. And there is a gain from this whole thing. As we all know that APC, Egbekegbe, thrives in chaos, crisis, poverty. That's how they manage to maintain their grip on power. When it comes to governance, zero. Nigerians are now watching. For example, these killings goes on every day, everywhere. As you are watching this video, there could be several communities right now who are being killed, and the survivors are running for their lives, and that's it. They will never go back to these places. Ever. Here is a letter that is published by the Diocese of Kaduna, right? And it's like a Reverend Father has been abducted as we speak. Today, 17th, I write to inform you of the attack on Gudu rather, and the abduction of one of our priests, Reverend Father Bobo Pascal, parish priest of St. Stephen Parish, Gudu, in Kagako local government area of Kaduna State. From his residence during the early hours of today, Monday, 17th of November 2025. During the attack, many others were abducted, and the brother of Reverend Father Anthony Yauri was killed. We call on all men and women of goodwill to join us in praying for their safety and quick release from the hands of their abductors, and for the peaceful repose of the dead. Amen. That's from Kaduna. That one happened today. That's not in the news, though. Yeah, that's not part of these kidnappings that we are talking about, 25 school children, or a brigadier general that got executed by the ISWAP, or today, this one too today, in Kaduna, of course, southern Kaduna. But in the last few days, or let's say in the last 72 hours, we have seen these terrorists, right, advanced even more. Do you understand? Like they moved more. And this time around, it's no longer about Katsina. They have been seen in Niger, all right? It's a community in Niger where a young man actually captured it. Let me see if I still have that.
Bandits. I see these bandits. Ga sanin Libele yanzu haka suna wucewa. I see these bandits. Ga sanin suna taucewa, ga suna harbe. Bandits ga nan sun bi hanya. This is bandits. Kai wani kullewa daki. This is bandits. Ga sanin suna wucewa, ga sanin suna wucewa. Ga yanzu haka suna cikin Libele. Yanzu haka suna cikin Libele. Ga sanin suna tafiya. Ina bidiyo ne. Sunan suna tafiya a mashina ga sunan kai ku kwantar da hankalinku. Har yanzu ba su gama fitowa ba wallahi har yanzu ga sunan ga wani can din iska ya faka shagu mashina da Honda ne. Gashi banda kati akwai zan kira yin gaske wala da yan mukurdi. Kai da Allah ku bar surutu da Allah kun fai surutu. Kai duka. Har yanzu fa suna tuwa. Wani kuma daji ina kuma zinga. Sai sun gama wucewa. Wala da an ba an gaske suke ba. Da an ba an gaske suke ba. Har yanzu su gama wucewa. ai ba su mata kuni ba su mata kuni
wallahi ga ni yau ji ka wallahi da muka tayi kai sai dai kallon diga mu ga mu na rinci Allah na kallon su
dama mun ce ba zata za su yi kaga aka ce wajen tsallaka Irana ashe kaga waɗancan yan kalilin ne kaga waɗanga mutanen wallahi da wai an ba Yauri za su shiga ba kuma wallahi suna shiga Yauri duba hotel din na ce daukan canis na za su yi wallahi suna iya shi ina ka san canis na duba hotel a za su bandits.
So to those of you who they are convinced that Christian genocide going on in Nigeria, being perpetuated by these terrorists, is an attempt to attack your religion, and somehow they are psychologically positioning you to believe that if for any reason America should come to Nigeria, you will be ready to fight the Americans. Those are the people you will be defending. Or the terrorist is the reason why you will fight Americans. So if America should come. You as a Muslim or as a Northerner watching me right now, Akoi to Renshi, Abibabu to Renshi, right? Sorry, I'm not good at that. Okay, but you get what I'm trying to say, right? Those of you who have been somehow mobilized to be speaking and saying, oh, this Christian genocide, there are more Muslims being killed. Those who are killing them are those you are saying so. And you see those ones who are telling you that Americans are coming to attack you as a Muslim or attacking Nigeria, they are the sponsors of this terrorist too. They are. But they won't really send their children to be terrorists or even send their children to fight America or anybody. Or sure you get, it's you. Because once they tell you that they are coming to these guys, an average Muslims will tell you that these guys, they do not represent Islam. These terrorists do not represent Muslims. Then shockingly, you as a Muslim, you are now trying to twist and say, coming to attack these terrorists, or America mentioned or Donald Trump talking about them, right? Is an attack on you. Could you not see the manipulation easily? Like, can you still reason? Like, if we don't use religion. They slaughter. It's like they have currently killing on steroids. The time that you expected the Nigerian government and the military to show to us that thiefnubu has declared state of emergency in the northeast, northwest, and north central. State of emergency, meaning now the military will be fully in charge of the security of all the entire axis there, so they can begin the sweep and sweeping. So if they catch any politician linked to the terrorist or anything, right, they will be charged as terrorists, not as terrorist sponsor. So imagine thiefnubu come on TV to say, listen, these guys, I mean, we need to do something, we need to do things differently. We are not asking you to remove governors, except governors that have links to Boko Haram and these terrorists. Those governors who have used the state money to pay these terrorists, these people they call bandits, hundreds of billions of naira goes into the hands of these criminals every year from these governors. So you can easily do that. So thiefnubu can declare state of emergency. Why is there no state of emergency in all these places? Have you ever even asked yourself and said, on my way to, why do she declare state of emergency? Places that you have seen terrorists with their arms and guns and everything, and the killings continues, right? And you are negotiating with them. And you are defending that. Here is another one. That's Benue. This time around Benue.
To our aid, help us. We are calling on all activists in Nigeria to come and intervene. We are calling on America, please, because the fleeing herdsmen They have attacked our village right now. They have killed a lot of people. They have killed so many people. Some bodies, some corpses have been recovered, but some have never been yet recovered.
This way is so dangerous that we are going right now.
We are going now, right now. This is very dangerous, but we are trying to cover life to know what is happening in the community right now, because the tension is high. The community, nobody is around now. You can see the atmosphere is not conducive. It's not conducive. Please God help us. Please America help us. Please, we are begging.
Nigeria, we really want to let Nigeria know that if this community is not part of Nigeria,
there's no security. There's no security apparatus around. As I'm speaking to you right now, there's no security. There's nothing on the ground right now. Currently, the situation, you can see people are moving out of the community for their safety. Yeah. To our aid, help us.
I mean, that can be normal. If you are not watching from Kwara today, you'll be watching from Kogi tomorrow. It may be Zamfara next. It may be a Katsina next. It could be a Jigawa, Kebbi. It could, like every day. That can be normal. Do you really not know that the increasing displaced Nigerians, that they are told that Nigeria is not at war? They are like leaving all of their everything behind, running away from their communities, and ended up in refugee camps in their country. And the government of the country is telling them Nigeria is not at war. If you are talking, as I am talking about it right now, if they want to gaslight me, they will say, I am trying to cause war in Nigeria. But guess what? Millions of Nigerians are in IDP camps. IDP camp is a fancy word for refugee camp. People are facing their own Sudan inside Nigeria. People are having their own Gaza inside Nigeria. The rest of Nigerians are made to pretend it is not that bad. Children, women, in the face of guns, arms, and that's what they have known. And there is a new report, by the way. If this nonsense continues and lasts till 2030, write it down. That's a new report, right? There is a new one. If this shit lasts till 2030, they say there will be an active 2 million jihadists fighting inside Nigeria. Do you think they will remain in northern Nigeria then? Do you think? By 2030. Hey, listen, 2030 is just 5 years away. 5 years away. That means tens or hundreds of thousands will die before that 2030, and millions more will be sacrificed. Where they are already bringing all these extremist Islamic clerics to Nigeria. They just brought one. It's inside Nigeria right now. They're banning from preaching in Unilag yesterday. And some of these Southwest local Libele terrorists, our wanna be jihadists, they are all over the place throwing tantrum. Islam is under attack. Why is it that every time they bring clarity, they're all over the place? I want baby terrorist. For somebody who said in 40 years, if the Muslims becomes the majority in Nigeria, they will give those of you, the kafirins, the unbelievers, the infidels, they will give you 2 options. In fact, 3. The first one, they will give you the chance to convert to Islam. If you fail to convert to Islam, then you will agree to start paying taxes to them. And if you fail to pay that, to agree to that, the third option is to fight you, kill you, and take your possession. The guy that said that is inside Nigeria right now. He's a celebrity. He's a celebrity preacher. In this time, Nigeria allowed him to come inside Nigeria. Saudi Arabia The supposed place that all of them go to for pilgrimage, Hajj, they ban this guy that he must never come to their country. He's inside Nigeria right now. He's a celebrity. They got him an Oriental Hotel or something in Lagos. Since Unilag will not allow him. Unilag is, so those who rejected him in Unilag, now Muslim community for students in there, they wrote and said they didn't want him because of his ideology. He's currently being celebrated all over the place right now. So they say once they have, in 40 years, once they become the majority, you only have 3 options. So in 5 years, there will be 2 million murderous jihadists in northern Nigeria. They have the number. So you can sit back in your Lagos and be projecting what you want to do in 5 years, in 10 years. I promise you, you have no idea. I'm going to start a family. Oh, no, I need to raise my family, my children, my daughter will get married in so and so. Your children may never get married. You may never have that family if you have not had one. The future of Nigeria is bleak. And no thanks to these murderous criminals, the enablers in government. This was somewhere in Katsina, by the way, the same people they are making peace with. Do you see all those children? Sorry about that. Do you see all those children? Do you see all those children running around them? They are the future jihadists. Yeah. All those children. In 5 years' time, they will be among the jihadists that will be fighting Nigeria. And there is no sign on the part of thiefnubu and his gang that they actually really want to deal with this thing, right? In a different way. If you are using one same style again and again and you are getting the same results, shouldn't you just change it? Declare a state of emergency. Appoint, military administrators that are going to mount what is really called the theater of war for each state in northern Nigeria. As well, when I say northern Nigeria, I'm putting all of them together right now because the way they put them in their chart is the northwest, northeast, north central. You get what I mean? You know, the states like Borno, Adamawa, Yobe, Taraba, Gombe, Bauchi, they are considered as northeast. Appoints all these commanders, all these generals, each state, to end the terrorism in each state. Northwest, you have Kebbi, Kano, Kaduna, Jigawa, Sokoto, Katsina, and Zamfara. They are northwest. That's where you have the Bermuda, you have Black Urawa, you have ISWAP, you have different categories of a Fulani terrorists, different camps. They are domiciled in this part. Then you have the northwest central, where the Fulani terrorists are domiciled. There are many, many of them. They are actually celebrity terrorists. So you have states like Abuja, FCT, right? Then you have Plateau, Nasarawa, Benue, Niger, Kogi, Kwara. Now, all of these are north central. Put all of them together, they are 19. Appoint 19 administrators from all these military guys. Give them each state, declare state of emergency. While the civilian, the governor, and the whatever will be handling their own shit, right? When it comes to the entire territorial integrity of that place, the job is to kill every terrorist found in each state and give them the mandate of 6 months. Do you really think there won't be difference? There won't be, like visible difference and improvement? Other than all these theatrics, all these buying a media time, or you know, trying to push propaganda, gaslighting, while they watch Nigerians being slaughtered. There is another one.
Look at this place very well. This was once a Christian-dominated area located in Dikwa, Maiduguri, Borno State. Look at the place very well. If you are yet to leave your comfort zone to visit this kind of villages in the northern part of Nigeria, you will not be able to know what Christians are going through. You will not be able to know the kind of persecution that Christians are facing. When we said villages are being wiped out, this is what it means. This is how it looked like. A lot of people were killed here. A lot of people were displaced by these Islamic terrorists. We were once in this place for a mission outreach. But look at how the place is now. Look at how the place is now, as if people have never been here before. And there are a lot of villages like this that have been completely wiped out by these Islamic terrorists. A lot of people were killed. A lot were displaced. Look at how the place is now, as if people have never been here before.
This is what I look like. Yeah, when we talk about this jihadists and what they have done, some of you things, they just attack. You know, maybe the news is not that bad. We are talking about displacing people, never to come back, like they've never been there before. We are talking about communities that used to have lives. You know what I mean? Like they have life, they have all of their own activities, they have dreams like you. And then overnight, the terrorists came, shot, killed as many they could kill, burned down the surviving properties and the rest of them, and boom, they are gone. Like they've never been there before. The names of the places, the towns, the communities have been changed. Now, think about this. Think about this. What you watched in that video, that's just one community called Dikwa in Borno State. It's just a small one. That one you saw there, just a tiny one. Now, I need you to close your eyes and just imagine that picture you saw, that video you saw. Imagine that in 2,000 places, in 2,000 fold. Imagine me giving you names of communities that have become desolate, desolated. Because people have gone from there for years now, never to go back. So imagine, and then start putting the numbers on that, on each community. And you will understand the gravity of what has happened. And why would anybody then be like against destroying these people that are destroying lives? Why should anybody be negotiating for them? Why should people be deciding how they should be dealt with? These guys give Nigerians no choice, like no opportunity. Once they come, that's it. You're gone. Dead in a minute. No help, no nothing. Your soldiers are being killed like or more. I'm still coming to the story of the Brigadier General. So relax. Nigeria playing defense. The terrorists in Nigeria became so comfortable, right? They became so comfortable that they all have their own social media handle. On TikTok, you will see jihadists on TikTok. Fulani terrorists on TikTok. And the saddest part is that Nigerian soldiers with guns at the war front, we see them join the bandits, they call them the terrorists, on TikTok. So if you see anybody, if you hear anyone says Nigeria, Nigeria, don't think they are saying it from the place of hatred. A lot are saying this from the place of complete, utter shock and complete disappointment. Like, he will leave and say, now country be this? Which can country be this, for God's sake, man? How you want to even explain that? You will read some things, you will see some things, and you'll be like, she really is Shabai, for God's sake. You are putting your life on the line because they will pay you 150,000 naira if they pay you that much as a soldier. And the ones that will capture you and kill you, collect ransom, none of that in the forest, they are online. All of them are in the forest. On TikTok. And soldier, they join bandit on TikTok. In real. I've been there because Mutiriri, I've seen it.
Kwana biyu ka ta tambayar ku na ce me kuka yi da kudin me amfanin sa na gaba da ku da jikin ku da dotti yake Kwana biyu ya hidda. Kwana biyu ka ta tambayar ku na ce me kuka yi da kudin me amfanin sa na gaba da ku da
in Nigeria. Yeah. So 3 days ago, so the story of this Brigadier Musa Uba. Brigadier Musa Uba, Brigadier General, not Brigadier, Brigadier General. So when I did my check, it was said that, a Brigadier General in the army, right, controls minimum of 3,500 men. Or it's actually said between 3,500 and 4,000 men. Somebody like that, you will be like, you will be in one office, or maybe you will be working with walking stick like others. So when the news came that the ISWAP terrorists attacked the Nigerian soldiers in Borno, Bamao area, yeah. Others said that, because initially, right, the true story was that a lot of Nigerian soldiers have been slaughtered in a surprise ambush by the ISWAP terrorists. And remember, 4 days ago, ISIS, when they responded to Donald Trump right after that, they now gave out a call to all of the jihadists all over the world that this time they should increase their genocide against the Kafirs or the infidels, which could be like non-Muslims and any Muslim alike that is on their way, on their path. So that circular came about 4 or 5 days ago. Do you understand? And apart from the other killings going on in Nigeria, remember that ISWAP is an affiliate of the ISIS. So their name is the Islamic State of the West African province, ISWAP. So therefore, they are a bit more deadly. So 3 days ago, when that news came that they struck and killed many Nigerian soldiers, some of them tried to suppress it by not really giving the graphic picture. They just said, man, this is bad, this is not good. Or me, Asha was following the whole thing. Then boom, they said, oh, that the ambush, they fought and fought and fought. So we saw the video. They were bringing out what was like the bodies of the vigilantes, the JTF, that the vigilantes that are working with the soldiers. And then the 2 bodies of vigilantes, 4 bodies by the way. So they said 2 were for the vigilantes and the 2 was with the soldiers, Nigerian soldiers. But luckily the soldiers fought back and they got back to base. Unfortunately, that's a lie, right? Yeah, it's a lie. There's something I remember, right? I felt like, I don't want to say it's like everything is a lie. So here is what happened. But hang on. No, I'm going to take that back. All right. 1 sec. Yeah, I'll take that back. All of that is a lie. So what really happened was that there is no base to run back to start with. They actually have their base already built. For those of you who have seen the video released by ISWAP this evening, that's a terrible one. you know. So you would realize that there were some of these soldiers, including this brigadier general, that were more or less like captured alive. You know, they tied their hands to be executed later, right? However, you know, these trenches, or what do they call those things they dig? Ahmed, what do you call those things that you dig and people like, you know, soldiers are inside? Those gutters, like trenches, Abi. So the Boko Haram came, and it looked like the Boko Haram was also using drones to drop bombs on the location of those soldiers. You get me now? Like they are using drones to drop bombs. You know the way the Boko Haram attacks, right? Let me describe for those of you who haven't seen the video. If they are coming to attack this town, so they are going to come from all angles. Do you get me now? So they'll come from the north, from the west, from the east, from the they will come from everywhere. Simultaneously, the gun firing will move and move and move and move and move until they choke the place they want to annihilate. Right? So now imagine that the Nigerian army, they have dug their trenches all along. They've built their short houses like you have seen. I don't know how much of their videos you have seen, right? I've seen a lot of their videos, so you could get a picture of what I'm saying, right? So now let's say they build their trenches here. This is their base. This is their location. A place where that's supposed to be like a defense. So if the Boko Harams are coming, they could push back. You get that now? There's no area surveillance or anything, I believe. So while they were there, they were always there, sitting duck. Yeah, that's most of what they do. Nigerian Army, Nigerian Air Force, the rest of them, most of the time they just wait to play defense. That's why sometimes when the terrorists are attacking other communities, sometimes Nigerian Army, that people knows that they are here, in this area, they will not move them as long as the terrorists are not coming to their place. They won't move and say, man, we are hearing that they are operating in about 15 kilometers away from here, 20 kilometers away from here, or 50 kilometers away from here. We need to move down now and choke them. They don't do that one. No. They will stay where they are. They will be hearing all the shooting, all of that. When the terrorists complete what the killings, from that base, they will now send some dispatch. Here you get, they'll send dispatch. Those ones will now arrive later, hours, when the terrorists are gone. This is how most of the way they are doing. And that is why sometimes what these ambushes that they say happens, right? In convoy and all that, this one is different. From the video I saw, so what the Boko Haram did was that this was let's say this is the trenches. They have been there in the middle of nowhere, right? So the Boko Haram came from everywhere like this. As they are shooting from here, hundreds of them coming from here, let me put the camera away like this. So as hundreds of them are shooting from here, hundreds are coming from here, hundreds are coming from the front, hundreds are coming from the back. Then they have drones. If you have seen that video, they have drones that are flying over and dropping bomb inside those trenches. It was an horrible sight. If you haven't seen it, right? Maybe I've just helped you. You don't have to. So once they did that, right, then they moved in. They now started finishing the job, like executing those ones who got shocked with that explosion and all that, right? So they just finished them. In that video, it's online. Yeah, you can go and see it if you had somebody who is okay seeing those gory pictures, right? That happened. So thiefnubu, Abiri Badu. Sorry, hang on. Is it going to be your chief of defense staff? Being a chief of what's it they call those ones? Chief of army staff. I be chief of naval staff. I've been your chief of air staff. I've been a Ribadon himself. Would walk straight. I've been a Badaru. I've been a Patawale. All these guys in charge of security, right? Are they those ones who are going to walk into thiefnubu's office and still tell thiefnubu that the idea of securing Nigeria that they are using right now is the best? And thiefnubu will look at them and be like, thank you very much, I believe you. And you think you have any hope there? I don't think so. So what happened to this brigadier general? They caught him after executing those ones they could kill. Nigerian army then denied it. Immediately they put a statement out and said, oh, all of them are back. Everybody's back, including Brigadier General Musa Uba is back here. Meanwhile, they were still messaging. He was still messaging them on WhatsApp. I don't know. Maybe he's using walkie-talkie too, right? They said he lost. How did he manage to get separated from the platoon? What they call them? The battalion. How did he manage to be separated? He's their leader. You don't understand. He's the one giving the command. How did he separate from them? And then got lost in the forest for a whole day. That he was messaging, texting, telling them, I'm here. I'm in this whole place. And all, you get what I mean? Brigadier General. Sometimes when you're gone, some of you may even be laughing like, Mayogu, calm down, Jerry. You know, be like that. Come on, exaggerate. Is Brigadier General in Nigeria different from Brigadier General in all over other places? For somebody to become a Brigadier General. You know, I know about GOC. But Brigadier General, she na kwekwe. Because it can't be like saying one soldier that just got separated from the rest of other soldiers. How did that happen? But he wasn't killed. He was communicating with his platoon or whatever you call them. And then the conversation, which, well, we believe is genuine, right? If you look at the texts in the middle, right, that's the screenshots of his messages, right, between himself and one of his subordinates. Thanks a lot. Yes, sir. Are they going to pick me or direct me on where to go? Sir, they will remain overhead and coordinate with the TPS, TW, I don't know all those words, so TWDS, with you, I mean, you, sir. Okay, my battery is 31% now. Yes, I'm at the foot. BU5 once, BU5, oh sorry, boss, once I see AC, I can raise my peak cap. Copy it, sir. Sir, can you hear any AC noise overhead you? Yes. Let them over around. They will see me. They never saw him again. They never saw the Brigadier General again until the ISWAP decided to publish his video, his execution video. I can't share you the picture, I can share you the video, but I probably would, I can give you a keyword to search for, all right? Right now, you can go on Google and search for Brigadier General Musa Uba. You would have a lot by now. And the height of it will be the video of the Boko Haram taunting Nigeria. They are taunting Nigeria. That's it. You remember that ISWAP brother. You know Boko Haram, you remember how Boko Haram always kind of like make their propaganda video? After the rest of the country is discussing what they just did, right? What they have just done. Oh, they've killed people, they did this or that. Why we are all discussing it like this, right? Boko Haram will just release their perfectly edited propaganda video where Nigerian soldiers should be slaughtered like I can't even say animal. That would be like cruelty to animal. And you can go to jail for that. Yeah. If you kill animal the way these terrorists have killed Nigerian soldiers, for example, right? If you kill animal like that, they will sue you for animal cruelty. You will go to jail. Not to talk of killing a human being like that. That's why they are called terrorists. You don't negotiate with them. Ever. If you have anybody in your country who is advocating for them, who is speaking out for them, you will put them under the radar. If they should, for any reason, be linked to any of these terrorists, they will go down for it and they will go hard. You will go hard on them. That's how to run a country. Not be what you are doing. That the Muslim mullah, they are all over the place. Shameless people. All those leaders, they call themselves, right? All those say your Satan of Shokoto and the others, right? They are everywhere trying to explain to us that this is people want to cause Muslim and Christians war. And I'm like, they are already killing Muslims and Christians. Isn't that war? Are you not like angry? No? Because they are the terror mouthpiece. They are the terror sponsors hiding behind religion. So when they ask you to defend your religion because of this, they're asking you to defend the terrorist. It's very simple. They shot and killed they slaughtered the man today. They uploaded the video online. People's sons, people's husbands, people's brothers, people's fiancés were slaughtered by this murderous terrorist. And you as a soldier, you are the one providing security for the criminal politicians and their associates when they go on to go and do peace meeting with this murderous terrorist. You are the ones who provide security for them in their cars, in their convoy, when they go and do graduation for repentant terrorists. And you are not, for any reason, just remember any of your colleagues that were slaughtered by these animals. Because your loyalty is not to Nigeria, of course. That's a waste of time. Your loyalty is not to Nigeria. Your loyalty is to these rogues. And that's why you are always probably going to keep being their victims. Like, that should make you, like if you are trained, you are given weapons to actually do this particular job, but politicians continue to make it harder for you to do this job, and you are watching your own colleagues being slaughtered by these animals. By 2030, there's a chance that half of Nigeria would probably have succeeded then. Like, you see, those of you who always love to be politically correct, you will support a gun, what do you call it? Maybe now it's going to be like a gun freedom. Because it will get to a stage when they start taking them village by village, village after village, and they are next to yours. Yeah, and you won't be able to go back to that, your beautiful country home. Yeah, you won't go back there anymore because now probably going to get burned down. Your entire community got chased out. All these things, most of the people who are today's victims of Nigeria, right? Of these terrorists, this time, 5, 6, 7 years ago, they probably believed that it will never get to them. Then it got to their neighbors. Then it got to them. And this is year 2025. Year 2015, there are those of you old enough that ordinarily believe that that was the worst time Nigeria has ever been because security was so bad, they kidnapped school children. Remember? Chibok, bring back our girls. But between that time and now, your eyes have seen, your ears have heard, your heart have ached, have seen, taken things in that you never believed in your lifetime could happen. They've happened. And I'm saying it to you right now. The criminals who are short of that, they are still in charge. The same technique of protecting terrorists is what they are still, they are still using. So in 5 years' time, I'll leave you to your imagination. In 5 years' time, so when they tell you that 2 million people will become active fighters, active terrorists, do you understand what is 2 million? That is bigger than Nigerian army. That population, if they give 2 million guns to these children who are seeing, most of them whose, parents have been killed, guardians have been killed, they're going to end up in the hands of these recruiters as the only thing, and eventually 2 million of them by 2030. 2 million guns, 2 million terrorists. That's bigger than the entire Nigerian army. The entire Nigerian military, rather. Entire. So maybe around that time is when you are going to probably get conscripted into the military. Is that what they call it? Yeah, you get recruited into the military. They carry all of us. You enter Nigeria at that time, from airport, able-bodied men, you go get captured, give you a gun and send you to go and fight these 2 million terrorists. And you can laugh right now because that's what you do most. That's what most of Nigerians will always do. Or if they try that one. That's what they tell you is if they try that one in this area or more, and yet is watching the news. Kwara is gone. Enugu is under siege. Ebonyi is under siege. Killings left, right, and center from this same murderous Fulani terrorist. Imo is under siege, right? And small. It will just become like, how? I mean, I never believed this could, it's going to happen. So that is why when you ask me, what should people do? Just same thing I've always advocated for. When you are done deceiving yourself, trying to save this contraption, right? Then you can listen to me to understand the true meaning of this contraption. It was never made for you. It was never made for us. Nigeria was never put in place to work for us. No. And people are saying that, people need to fight and stand up and fight and all of that stuff. Are you kidding me? Because right now, it is not even just your criminal leaders that are the problem. Have you checked the mindset of those that you ordinarily would think they are exposed, they are educated, and then they begin to share their own opinion about nationhood. And then you realize that Nigeria will need future like this, so break it up. People will be truthful to themselves. You supported the peaceful breakup of Nigeria. Let the Arewas, the Fulani terrorists and the others, right? Let them battle or fight for Arewanistan. Here you get me now. The Kwarara fans in the Middle Belt can have their own space. But somebody did say that logic is flawed. I heard it, and I'm going to say it. Even though I do not wholly agree with that. But you know me, I'm very much open-minded again. So somebody said that logic wouldn't really work. It's actually like foolhardy. Because it is better right now for everybody to actually stand up. Even if there's nothing that could unite you, this one should unite you, your safety, your further existence, right? And hold thiefnubu and APC, responsible, to their own responsibility, pull them up. Fight, tooth and nail, do everything you can. That if APC can't end these terrorists, then APC must end, must be punished. Because if Nigeria breaks up tomorrow, and let's say the terrorists who still domicile the largest part of the northern Nigerian forest, so they got cut off with the Arewanistans. So the Arewanistans who are going to have their own, the Afghanistans, right? The terrorists will overrun them eventually. Whether they are Muslim or it no matter, they will overrun them. Force their ideology like the ISIS on them, right? Then, those of you who share border with them, you will now begin to fight the war with them. No, so they will begin to fight the war with you because they will want to take over your country too by war. Do you understand? Because within every part of Nigeria today, there are baby terrorists, closet terrorists, those that the only thing they haven't done is to actually carry AK-47, remove a knife and cut somebody's head off, right? They agree mostly with these terrorists. And those are the ones that will come and explain to you. When the terrorist strikes like this, they will disappear. You won't see them. But when you begin to react, they will come out. Don't talk like that. I don't even know why you are Islamophobic. I say, are you mad? Do you understand what is phobic? Like phobia. It's fear of something. So if you say somebody is Islamophobic, Papa, get any. Somebody, they see people, they shout Allahu Akbar, and they shoot AK-47 to blow up somebody's head, cutting people head off. Shout Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Only come fear Islam, come fear Islam. It's like when somebody say, I have a fear of water, I have a fear of this. Baba, Islamophobic. When you look at these terrorists, you no go fear any. So if you join us to condemn them genuinely, not that you go quiet. When people started talking, that's when you want to come out and explain to them and say, hey, listen, you are just Islamophobic. You don't understand what you are saying. These people are on their own. And they say, oh, you are offended. Because I don't understand what you want to defend exactly. Because I expect you to agree with us, since you know that these are terrorists, they are not Islamic believers. But no, you see some of them explain them away. Some of them will even tell you that it's in the Quran. Anybody who denies that is not a true Muslim. These conversations exist. And in all, right, they have managed to polarize it that rather than for us to just agree that these ones are terrorists that kills everybody, we must actually agree to eliminating them. So if you have your own country and you have people who have this ideology that what they are doing is not that bad, so you can get conquered from inside. Yoruba land, for example, we have all these baby terrorists in Yoruba land. All of them are batting journey, one by one. Chegbo. If Yoruba land, if Yoruba nation, like Yoruba becomes a country of its own, there's going to be another war in Yoruba land that some of you are probably are not preparing for. And that is, there are extremists in Yoruba land right now. Don't be saying that today, because if they never existed, we will not call them Alakatakiti, Islamic terrorists in Yoruba land, whose ideas, ideologies are so similar to all these ancient murderous terrorists. They are pushing them in Yoruba land. Do you understand? Pushing Sharia in Yoruba land. Right? So Yorubas will have to actually deal with them as well before you can have a country. So when these terrorists that you will block to the Arewa are battling with the because they would eventually take over the place. It will be Hausa, Kanuris, and all of them fight themselves out. But these terrorists, these ones, and the 2 million terrorists, you get that? So the idea is that if APC is destroyed, terrorism will be destroyed in Nigeria. Yeah. The longer they have power, the longer this terrorism will spread. That's why that's why I said thiefnubu and those who are Yorubas, what are the advice that these guys, because now this Fulani, Kanuri, and what have you, they are those guys in charge of your national security. Batawale from Zamfara is the Minister of State for Defense. Badaru from Jigawa, the former governor, is the Minister of Defense in Nigeria. Your NSA, Ribadump, is from Adamawa. Now, thiefnubu has appointed a chief of army staff who is from, I think it's from Borno also. What's that guy's name? I don't know where he's from, but that new guy. Oluyede, who is also from, I think that one is claiming Oshun or something, right? Is your chief of defense staff. Now, at this point, those ones who are politicians, and you get what I mean now, they should be questioning the kind of advice they are giving to thiefnubu. Because if they think looking away, pretending it's not that bad, eventually everybody will move on. If they think that's the same situation right now, then they are not thinking. So there are 12 steps that America will take before they finally strike Nigeria. I was having that conversation with a friend there today, and I said, I read about the steps after declaring Nigeria as a country of particular concern. So I read about the 12 steps that American government could actually really use to end these terrorist guys in Nigeria. Sure you get. So first one is this CPC, country of particular concern. the one that will allow and give America the opportunity to mount pressure on your government, your president, all of them, by placing sanctions on them, placing an embargo on them, on the country, and at the same time placing a monetary sanction like the World Bank will no longer borrow Nigeria money. These are steps, so that's why it's not like immediate. So I'm giving you all these 12 now, but not in particular, in no particular order, right? So World Bank will start giving money. IMF will stop loaning money to Nigeria. Some of Nigerian assets abroad, they will begin to get confiscated. And the properties of these politicians as well will begin to be confiscated, like locked up. Then for those ones who are linked in particular to terrorism, that they have evidence that these ones are funding terrorists, these ones are promoting Sharia, this one supported Sharia, this one is supporting blasphemy, all those names, right? So they begin to hunt those ones down. Now, here is the fancy side. So the fancy side that Donald Trump said, boots on ground, guns are blazing. What that one means is like the last one. No, sorry, second to the last one. What that means is that when America comes, they're going to come from all the angles. They will bring their aircraft carriers, right, from North Africa, as well as the Gulf of Guinea to the coast of West Africa. They'll bring them closer. So then they will have actual targets. For example, some clerics, some politicians, depends on their role. Some gun runners, some businessmen, people you see as business people, right? But you don't know that they are criminals. So they will highlight them out. Some of these terrorists themselves, all those ones you have seen on social media, I can't remember all their names right now, right? Like Ado Alero, for example, Ado Alero and others. So they will have all their names, their locations and all that. So the other on these ones, there are those that they will say, all these ones, sort of, right? Kill them. These ones, we want them alive. Guantanamo Bay, landlord, they are going to Guantanamo Bay. So when the operation gets to that stage, right, it simply means they've mapped out the areas they want to operate. And it is not just dropping bomb. No. Here you get. Because the way America works and the way Nigeria should be doing as well is that before you send your soldiers to go and confront terrorists, you should be able to understand their capacity, the kind of guns they are carrying, how many are they, how are they moving back and forth, do they have any captives? You know what I mean? Like, you send the drones, that's normal thing. 4 Marines, just four, really, came to rescue an American priest that got kidnapped in charge, Boko Haram, and they took him straight to Borno State. Was it Borno? Abi Sokoto? I think it was Sokoto. Doesn't matter. They just took him to Nigeria. They kidnapped him in charge. They were moving him about. Then, when America got all of their intel, you know what happened? 4 Marines, just four, really, went in and killed more than 36 terrorists, guiding 1 priest. How did they do that? They were monitoring them from the first place they took him. They were about to strike there until they entered Nigeria. So they gave them time. So when these guys who did the job, have you seen the video? When these guys who did the job, they said, how did you carry that out? So, well, it took them just about 2 days or so for the operation in Nigeria because they were already about to do it in that place, but they moved him. So it took them just today because they had to know how many were there, how many of them were armed, what kind of weapons do they have? Do they have weapons? I mean, do they have bombs? So once they figure out everything around them, to move in the middle of the night was easier. They were just taking them out, and they got their man, and they left Nigeria straight to one of these is it called Africom, Abinko? And from there to the US. It was when the guy arrived in America, 48 hours later, that was when the Nigerian media got the wind of it, or maybe they just released to the media in Nigeria that happened. And embarrassed the Nigerian government, they just kept quiet, pretended that they didn't know, that like it didn't happen. So why can't Nigeria do that? They'll be giving excuses for these terrorists. Not just in private, openly. Celebrating graduation for terrorists. Why people are still being displaced, killed. That can't be right. You get what I mean? Like, I don't know how you will see it, but it can't be right. Thiefnubu had no legitimacy. But it was with the what do you call them? It was with the judges in Abuja today. And he was talking about, justice, legitimacy, and all those de blah, de blah. Even when all I just said happened. You see those soldiers slaughtered and killed by these terrorists, they may not even be able to recover their bodies. The brigadier general killed on camera by these ISWAP guys, right? They may never be able to recover his body. His family may not, never. 25 school children that they kidnapped today. This won't be the first time that APC, Egbekegbe, will be using children in this their devilish, evil, political power mongering. Do you understand? So, but I am not actually counting on that this is what is happening. But the children who have been caught in all of this, they may never bring all of them back safely. And they are hoping tomorrow you'll be talking about something different. And you feel different from like you feel right now. I am yet to see bring back our girls. Bring back our girls. And I hope that truly, Donald Trump will be Donald Trump. It will start from the last, not from the top, in striking these terrorists and their sponsor. Listen to Kalu talking about legitimacy, and really.
Our judges are the living custodian of justice. The character of their work defines the moral strength of the Republic. This is why judicial welfare, training, and independence are not privileges, they are imperatives. We will continue to support the National Judicial Institute as the leading hub for judicial comparative study and professional development. Continuous learning and intellectual renewal must remain the hallmark of the bench. The law evolves daily, and so too must those who interpret and apply it. We must ensure that our judges are not only equipped to interpret the law in contemporary times, but also empowered to shape it in accordance with constitutional values. However, let us be clear, no amount of reform can succeed if integrity is compromised. Justice must never be for sale. The bench must never become a sanctuary for compromise. Corruption in any form or any arm of government weakens the nation, but corruption in judiciary destroys it to the core. When justice is compromised, government loses its integrity and democracy loses its foundation.
Nuisance Lele.
From a man that has bought everything buyable. A man that believes that whatever money cannot do, more money will do it. A man that believes that every man has a price, every institution has a price. And he succeeded in infiltrating all the reasonable institutions that could at least stand up to him. Enough right now that Nigerians have become so almost like powerless. They are on their own. They are watching the respectable institutions in the country who are supposed to actually, as corrupt as they claim the country was, right? They still expected some individuals from these institutions to stand up for the sake of the country. But rather, they have turned to praise singers, group of hired clappers, sycophants, who ordinarily, whenever they are around themselves, they pat themselves on the back, right? And they mock Nigerians. Justice is for sale in Nigeria. It is always for the highest bidder, unfortunately. We have seen that played out many times. I mean, gone are the days when you used to see some of the supposed activist judges that will go out of their ways and all of that, risk it all and make pronouncements based on the law that actually reflects the state of the supposed case, but not anymore. Today, ridiculous judgments are coming from the bench or coming from the courts, and the names and the faces of all these supposed judges are plastered all over this, their media as the culprits. So this whole thing has brought so much disrepute, distrust in the entire system. There was a time that people felt like the judiciary would be upright enough, as they should be. Unfortunately, they didn't. They disappointed Nigerians. The drug lord, certificate forger, an election rigger became the president of the country. And since then, it's been topsy, you know, bumpy here and there. It kept telling them, even though you may be poor, but God will, you know. So talking about integrity, for somebody like that to be preaching integrity, is like, it's just mocking you to me. Then he also said, by the way, this was also today, with the supposed all judges conference. Watch this.
I stand on behalf of the government and the good people of our country, our deepest gratitude and abiding respect. The theme of this year's conference, building a confident judiciary, could not be more fitting. Confidence is the lifeblood of justice. A judgment may be grounded in law and delivered with clarity, but unless the public perceives it to be fair, impartial, and untainted, its moral authority is diminished. The confidence of the people is therefore not an abstract aspiration. It is a living measure of the judiciary's legitimacy and the true currency of justice. We must acknowledge with candor that public perception of the judicial process has not always been favorable. Citizens have expressed frustration at delays, concerns about integrity, and anxiety over access to justice. These perceptions, whether wholly justified or not, cannot be ignored. They call upon us to reflect, to reform, and to restore. For ultimately, justice does not exist for the bench or the bar. It exists for the people. Their faith in judicial process is the foundation of our national stability. In this regard, I wish to reaffirm with the clarity and conviction the unwavering commitment of my administration to support the judiciary in fulfilling its constitutional mandate. The judiciary does not exist in isolation. It functions within a larger democratic framework which all three arms of government must work in synergy with the mutual respect and share the responsibility to the Nigerian people.
But remember, they wrote it for him, so he's reading it. And he doesn't believe Jack from what he read. You know that? Anyway, the party and the government that doesn't have any respect for the rule of law, no respect for the court, they cherry pick which of the court judgments they want to, or they should obey or ignore. And they are legendary for that. So the same government is preaching, trying to build confidence in the people because people have lost confidence, the blah, the blah, the blah. Right? So the judiciary in bed with a call. So no institution is pretty much on your side, if we have to say. A place where thuggery in your elections, where people's choice never reflects in the result of the kangaroo elections they have been conducting, where rigging right now is believed to have become the most potent tool of the APC, Egbekegbe, the easy way to remain in power or even access power. So before the bubble burst, right, an example of the characters around the Kolu who are indeed sabotaging what you can call the real rule of law, threat here and there, especially about the year 2027. This is from Kogi in the face of all this nonsense. And today, while the killings were going on, they were having a party in Kogi.
Our interest is in unraveling those behind the campaign of calumny against Mr. President. There's no any other personal interest in it, because we have to make sure we get to the root of this matter. Mr. President is doing all he could to fix this nation, and we are aware that there are some selfish and self-centered politicians that are using our people to cause crisis. And of course, apart from being government, I'm a responsible child. I should be Mr. President's grandchild, and anybody that's supposed to know the value of a father is now misbehaving. We have to show them that we, the children, we don't take it. So we have nothing so special. We will allow them. We are not going to do anything illegal. We will allow the security agencies or the law enforcement agencies to do their work diligently and do the needful. Okay.
Now to unfa ma okuta tó wà ńbẹ̀ ma yọ kúrò ńbẹ̀ ma sabi gbà tá bá ń sa ẹ̀wà.
That one is the Olodo of Kogi. Yeah, cousin to, that's what I do, cousin to the white lizard of the same Kogi, Yeyebelo. So they are the executive thugs. And to them, asking thiefnubu to do his job is considered as an affront. What if thiefnubu is your father? Can you tell him, can you talk to him like that? What if thiefnubu is your grandfather? It's like, what are you talking about? It's the president of the contraption, and his job is to protect everyone. But you think he's my father? Which father will look at his own children being slaughtered by terrorists and is comfortable discussing giving them land, rehabilitating them? What kind of a father would do that? But you know, for thugs, the context of a father simply means that somebody who's benevolent granted them this feeding bottle. Taking the feeding bottle away from them is considered as like killing them. So, as they say in Nigeria, that anybody who takes your means of feeding automatically just probably like kill you. So you should do everything to prevent that, like or not phone or like that. So politics is their own feeding bottle. thiefnubu's benevolence granted them the opportunity to have access to your commonwealth And they will kill anyone to keep that until they are overwhelmed by majority of you who have possibly like been scared away. Now that's why you have all those thugs around. And there are more, there is more, however. I want you to listen to this lady.
Northerners are dying every day. Your people are dying every day. But you took matters into your own hand. You made placards to go outside and do a mass protest against Trump's invasion of Nigeria. Again, I repeat, Northerners are dying. Your people are dying, either of insecurity or of extreme hunger. But you took placards to go out to go and protest against Trump's invasion of Nigeria. At this point, I don't think there's anything that I can do to continue defending Northern Nigeria, because Northerners, because the more you voice out your the more you try to defend them, the more they show you reasons why you should not stick out your neck for them. Our people have a huge problem, a very huge problem, which is not going to get fixed anytime soon. It's very painful to admit, but it is it's so sad to see that this is the reality that we're living in this country. Our people are being killed. Northerners are being killed. We are plagued with insecurity. Mukaɗai muna da Lakurawa, mukaɗai muna da Fulani herdsmen, mukaɗai muna da Boko Haram, mukaɗai muna da bandits. We have so many factions, so many militia factions in northern Nigeria that are actively killing communities in northern Nigeria, not just Christian communities, Muslim communities. They are actively raiding, kidnapping, killing communities in Nigeria. And one sheikh is saying they are misunderstood. These bandits are misunderstood victims and we should sit down and negotiate with them. While the other faction of the Northerners are out protesting against Trump's invasion, instead of going and channeling that energy towards demanding your government to protect its people so that Trump will not have a reason or an excuse to invade you people. You are... And let me just say this. This is going to piss off a lot of Northerners, but again, I've never been known to care. In a sane community, in a sane society, in a sane country, the treatment that Albani got would have been the exact same treatment that Sheikh Gumi is supposed to be getting from the Nigerian government. Because that man is openly sympathizing with terrorists, is openly calling for negotiation with terrorists. I don't know how negotiating with terrorists is a good thing, but our government are known to be negotiators with terrorists, so that's not really something that's surprising, given the fact that his values align with their own value, because sympathize with the terrorists, say they are misunderstood, rehabilitate them and reintegrate them back into society. How can I sit down as a Northerner with anybody that sits down with common sense and a critical sense of reasoning? How would you sit down and defend things like this? How would you start defending things like this? Misunderstood victims. I'm actually tired. I am so tired, because what's the solution? Where do we go from here? What's the solution? Because we have a government that is willingly negotiating with terrorists and openly sympathizing with them and rehabilitating them, while hundreds of innocent people keep dying every day by the hands of the same people that they are saying are misunderstood victims. justice in Nigeria is a myth. It's a big myth.
How many times would they tell you before you know that Nigeria is not for you? Now they never leave you. They have left you behind. Photo, not be juju be that. Sorry, oh. May God not allow them, make them kill you.
Ami. So there are reasonable northerners. So that's why it's very wrong to always use blanket statements whenever you are discussing Nigeria or anybody or any part of Nigeria. If you are somebody who is educated, right, you will understand what I just said. Using blanket statements. All these northerners, there are northerners. In fact, there are northerners who have lost their lives. I know that once we begin to kind of shovel everything right now, then we realize that, who are those killing them? That's a different question, right? But there are northerners who have spoken up. There are Muslims, clerics who spoke up, criticized, condemned, and even wished destruction upon these terrorists. From Boko Haram to Fulani terrorists, and few of them have lost their lives. Not just their lives, they've lost the lives of their followers. People have been massacred inside mosque. Inside mosque. Imagine killing people inside mosque, shouting Allahu Akbar. So that is why the argument of everybody that says this shouldn't be one-sided. It shouldn't be called Christian genocide. It should actually be called the genocide going on in Nigeria, which actually kills Muslims, Christians, and the rest, right? And I partly agree with them. But because the Christians who have been wiped out, including their communities and all of that, their churches, the record they have kept, they are so monumental for anybody to say because it's called Christian genocide, then therefore we should be divided on. No, we shouldn't. People entered mosque shouting Allahu Akbar, killing the fellow people who just shouted Allahu Akbar, who just prayed in Allahu Akbar a moment ago. In Zamfara, 47 people slaughtered, worshippers inside mosque. In Katsina, over 50 slaughtered inside mosque. All of this happened in the last 3 months alone. So yeah, there are northerners who felt like at this point, the voice of the extremists have drowned their own. So seeing us from the south, sometimes trivializing it and the rest of that just makes everybody just feel like tired. I don't even know what to do again. But that they don't know that their government has abandoned them, their criminal politicians have abandoned them. Of course, there are those who know. So everybody is now saying, listen, maybe it will be the time to check it out. Do you have more extremists in northern Nigeria than the normal people? So it will be up to people to now make that happen by showing it. If every community begins to stand up, Muslims, Christians, and hit the streets and demand, picket the government houses, something will happen. But yeah, people have been so battered, so badged, and by evil people, like Isaac described them.
Are not idol worshippers. They are money worshippers. In Nigeria, whatever you do, they say just be rich. Kinshati low. When you don't have money in Nigeria, you are a sinner. You are a bad person. When bad people get money in Nigeria, in Nigeria, all we worship is money, 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 money. That is why it is difficult to change that country. The good people there, you cannot hear from them. We worship money in Nigeria. Even to get love in Nigeria is not for better for worse, so it's for better for better. It's for better for rich. When you are poor, you are a bad in-law. When you are poor, your in-laws can never like you. They will not. Pastors in Nigeria, if you are poor and your vision is good, nobody will believe in your vision. Nobody will believe in your vision. If a 2-year-old baby is crying in Nigeria, just put your hand in your pocket and bring out notes, money. The baby will stop crying immediately. Nigeria, they are money worshippers. They are not. Look at all of them going to church this morning. They are going to worship money. They are money worshippers. Even your parents, when you are not doing well.
It's about money. That's another thing, by the way. Something that motivates people. You will see people who are coming from like poverty-ridden area, like poverty-stricken areas, and they are willing to go and protest in support of the people who put them there. Do you get what I mean? Like that happens all the time. People will actually go out and protest. This is not even about their elections that they buy people and give money, peanut to them. I'm talking about things have gone bad. And everybody feels like the government, you know what I mean? But there are others who are willing, in their hundreds and in their thousands, they will go out and protest in support of their condition. And they will go back and continue that situation. So people can't mobilize to coordinate and, get themselves together. You have to bring something to entice them. So it makes it easier for the politicians to entice them, move them out, and, so when they are critically needed, they're not interested. Sad, right? So something happened on their plane today. This one is just by the way. When we were having that Quam 1, Quam 2, Quam 3, Quam 4, Quam 5, and everybody was just like around the time it was the season of unruly behaviors on airplanes, right? Passenger planes in Nigeria. So what happened today was like another 2 influencers in Nigeria, Very Dark Man and Mr. Jollof, who's face off on on the flight to Asaba this morning, right? Led to a serious fight, as well as an arrest and release, which also took the media or the internet a bit by a storm this morning. So I have a copy of that here.
Dog back on that for flag. Go slap you on down. One life. Media, I get a wallet. Give him wine. Give him wine.
Please, see.
I don't understand you.
Oh, I don't chop jollof, father. Where's I please? See, they bite me. Man, where they bite? They bite. Man, where they bite? You know, shame, they bite me.
This person,
man, where they bite? You even bite me. Man, where they bite? I beat. They beg, they help them. They bite me. Jollof, they bite me. If they bite me, I enter plane, I see him. After I see today, you go slap me. I go near and I punch me, boom. When I follow him, he started bite me. He had red. He bite me. Sure? Who is this man? Man, my phone for it. My phone? He bites me. Oh God. You won't spoil my tattoo now. It's in teeth and no brush.
So that happened. And I think the airport security or airport police arrested the two of them. And then they took them to Asaba police station or something in a brief. And that happened. And there is actually another one.
No, I don't correct the narrative.
Asaba police station with Asaba airport police station. How would this
fresh up, man? You know.
Who said JJ face well up?
If you like gym, everywhere.
See his face now. I think do am. When I don't see him, I live this.
Not the size.
So I would do the Asaba airport police station. How would this so?
Huh? You know something? Asari.
I said, if Ahmed Bola Tinubu fails, hold me responsible.
You say?
I say, if Tinubu fails, hold me responsible.
Thank you.
The job people are already angry that this is the worst government.
We have just started. We must learn a lesson.
This man!
You're gonna trust man, hand down. Your eyes will see what your mouth cannot talk.
Said there's another one. So there's this YouTuber, and I believe his name is Albert Obase. Another event that took place in Manchester. You know, for those of you who are probably like conversant with the development in Edo State, Benin, concerning this returned artifact, Obaseki wanted to hijack it, he built his own museum. Meanwhile, the returned artifacts were supposed to be put back in Benin Museum and all of that kind of exchanges, right? Back in Nigeria. So there were also, because I have said that on this platform before, right? I have this respect for the Edo people, all of you from Edo, states called Edo, those of you are the diaspora and Edos. I actually have respect for you, like, because you know me, I am somebody who is always like walking around, seeing what's going on, picking things here and there and all that. So I figured out that I don't know about other states too, but Edo diasporans or diaspora and Edos, they are so connected with what goes on in their state. For those of you who live in Nigeria, right, maybe I could understand because you are so close to home. But you see those ones in diaspora, those ones are like more mental than those of you back in Nigeria. Sure, you get. So you will see them fight themselves because of political differences that they have in Nigeria, PDP, APC. They will be fighting it abroad too, like a serious one. Oh. They will drag politicians who want to run for office in Edo States. When they are campaigning in Edo State, local government areas, they will also book tickets to go and meet Edo people. So some said it's because there's so many Edo diasporans. I mean, the diaspora and Edos, right? And they have so much influence on their people back in Nigeria. So that makes it kind of make sense, right? So this issue of returned artifact or not returned artifact has generated different sort of like ruckus here and there, online, offline, right? So I think in the process, people have exchanged threats, abuses, and all of that with themselves. So they figured out that this person is like me, Mayegun. For those of you who want to beat me now, I mean, you know, I barely read comments, I barely exchange stuff with people, right? And even if you threaten me, my response will probably make you laugh. You'll be laughing wherever you are, like, this guy is a madman. So me, I know the fight. But it's just like me, Mayegun, and somebody is commenting, and somehow it says, if I see you anywhere, you, Mayegun, they watch your back, I go beat you. I say, so make me Mayegun Janjala me like this. Can they say, like, they don't born you well. It isn't a by size, somehow, something like that. So people can't take social media, grown-up men, no, Papa, you know. Imagine you just see me on the streets anywhere, and the next thing you want to fight me, and I say, why are you fighting me? You say, How dare you be calling thiefnubu, thiefnubu? Is he not old enough to be your father? You this untrained boy. You started able to fight me. Papa, I go just look like madman. Say, Omo. So a madman, no. But you can still fight me, though, but I won't fight you. But I won't let you slap me. Don't slap me, oh. Because that one, man, you go see the beast in me. No matter what your hand is, without any like. Because me, I no go call police. Barry, that them calm everybody down. You can't be like, say, everybody just calm down. If you carry something, break your head. Here you get that's how much kind of my own rage can grow. If I can take all insult, I can take abuses because it has happened before. Here you get. It happened in London when one elderly person was just acting stupid. Here you get. And I was just looking at him like, what is wrong with him? You know? So, but for Albert Obase, no, it wasn't the same experience because this happened.
Oh, no. Hold on. Look that gate is open anyway. Look your place. Lock the gate. Oh, no. Hold on. Look that gate is open anyway. Look your place. Lock the gate. I'm going to kill you. Lock your place. Kill you. Lock your place. I'm going to kill you. Lock your place. Come on here. You're crazy. Come on here. What is the matter? Lock the gate. Lock the place. Lock the place. You're mad. I'm going to kill you. You're crazy. Lock me. Lock that door.
Do you know you don't have the right to hold me?
No, let me tell you.
You don't have the right to hold me. You're not
So, guys, so for those struggling with the location, watch this video. So, it's not a hidden event. Hey, my data. I greet you. I greet you. I greet you.
Maybe double chief of my.
I greet you. I greet you. I did final.
Maybe double chief for you.
I greet you.
Remote talk.
I greet you. I greet you.
Remote talk.
I greet you though. What's happening?
You say they find me now.
I say they find you. Are you they find me?
I don't see you.
Are you they find me?
No good talk.
Are you they find me?
No good talk.
What's happening?
Who go risk?
What's happening? What's happening? Oh, no. Oh, no. Hold on. Look that gate is open anyway. Lock your place.
Lock that gate. Call 99. Call 99. Hey. If na me they do live video and you walk up to me and say, hey, Mayegun, I've been looking for you. Escalates. I'm going to give the phone to somebody else. Let's say, sorry, please hold this phone for me. Because only Bamileti go possible. Okay. But somehow he shall lose his own guard and all that. And then that one too. Maybe police didn't catch him or police arrested him or something. He went on to make a video. This one.
About Obaze. First of all, me I know they do video about Obaze. I know they do video. You understand? I make I never show my. I know they do videos say can't show face or anything or can't talk for social media banter. You talk, I talk, you talk, I talk. I don't get that power. I tell you, say I go beat you. Say I must beat you. Now me be double chief of Manchester. Go and ask. My name officially is Ihimiri Erewule. Gogolan. Ihimiri Erewule. Google the name. Anywhere I see you about, I must beat you. Anywhere. For the records, at the year, people they call me all through the night saying, now so they say they arrest me, now so they say they arrest me. I did house, about. I did house. I don't be your mate, about. Who want arrest me? You know, did yesterday. Where police say make you discharge. You did Chris. I did repeat the voice record where I sent to you before. 20 years now, I don't live for this town. You did mad? About. Is this why I be social media people where you talk to? May I tell you the reason why I beat you and why I go to beat you they go. Now two major reasons. Number one, you don't fear about. You dey cause the Oba of Benin. Uku Akpolokpolo Oba where everybody they see the bow as a Benin person. Our pride, our king, you dey insult Oba Abat. Because Benin people don't fit talk.
So that's why he got beaten. So they called police, and indeed, he wasn't arrested. But at the same time, Abat can still press charges. Yeah. That's up to Abat. Or social media exchanges, bans, grown-up men. I mean, come on. Eh? I understand that you can feel so passionate about your root and every other thing like that. You can feel passionate about anything. But once you become very physically violent, right? No, that's out of the way. Like imagine your own kids seeing a video of you like beating somebody up and you're just gonna brag to that kid and say it's the right thing, right? Yeah. If anybody says something I disagree with, I'll just punch them. I know say my time is far gone, right? So, but I still have a few things to share. So, if you haven't liked the broadcast, this will be a good time, a good reminder. Like the broadcast, okay? Like it and share it. Subscribe onto my Egunse Diary Politico. So let's go talk politics. So PDP over the weekend elected Taminu Turaki as their national chairman, and others were elected too. That was when they suspended Wiriwike. Okay, so when Wiriwike got suspended, Wiriwike just went straight to Faudeshe's 65th birthday, and a lot happened there. But this part was where Wiriwike is like the Mr. Nice person, greeting everybody, and at the same time, watch this.
House of Assembly, Honorable Egbeyemi, thank you very much for joining us at this historic occasion. It's back to you, Congressman.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Paula. Again, I have to repeat this all over again. Your Excellency, the former president of the
That was very wicked. Yeah, he prostrated for shitty man. It's like he's seeing him for the first time. Baba, you were seeing yourselves every week, at least, at the fake meeting. But look at him there prostrated. Alaye is under pressure that right now he's got no political party. And The northern parts, they are using Werewike as a bargaining chip. If thiefnubu retained Werewike, thiefnubu should forget the north in 2027. So right now, Papa is like, so right, even did that to Fauleshe. It's like he's welcoming all the guests. So that was a Werewike. So PDP, yeah, they elected Taminu Turaki. The problem right now is who is going to take over the party secretariat. Is it going to be Anyanwu's faction, which is with the weakest faction? Story here long there, but make her quickly delve into it, right? So here, when Turaki became their national chairman, which is like the Soloma Kinde or Sheyi Mekunde of Ibadan, right?
Lado Damake, 275 votes. Barrister Kabiru Tanimu Turaki, 1,516 votes. Total votes cast, 1,834. It is therefore clear that from the votes cast, Barrister Kabiru Tanimu Turaki has won the position of the national chairman of the PDP with a total vote of 1,516.
For the record. Yeah, that's what they say. For the record. However, now go take office. So with the weakest faction have rejected the expulsion of Werewike. And right now they are back in court. But Wadata House, the PDP house, seems to be in control of, it seems like Werewike's faction are currently in control of the Wadata House in Abuja. So this afternoon, Turaki and his own convoy went straight to go and reported to the police, DPO of police or whatever in Abuja, that they will be taking over the property tomorrow and they want the police to come and provide protection for them. Meanwhile, two governors who were part and parcel of their convention that just supposedly chosen, like elected this executive, right? Two of their governors, right, are currently on their way to APC. And Adamawa. Crazy. There are others too. So it is still very much a divided, it's always a divided place right now. So it's kind of like worse, but Solome Kunde of Ibadan and others are pretending that, you know what, the storm is about to be over. And with the weekend is co-travelers, right, will soon be like a thing of the past, fizzle out. So you have Plateau State, Rivers State, Taraba State, Adamawa State. 4 that are going to end up with thiefnubu, possibly before the end of December. Yeah. So Turaki this afternoon, reaching out to the police and calling for their supporters, he intends to go and take over officially because they want to do swearing in and it's got to be in the party secretariat. So here, this afternoon.
Well, thank you very much. First, I must express my surprise that you members of the fourth estate of the realm are aware that we are somewhere around this place. I mean, it means that we've been following what is happening in this country. We came to have an interface with the Commissioner of Police of the FCT regarding the meeting which planned we are going to have tomorrow. We are going to have the inaugural National Working Committee meeting of our party, the People's Democratic Party. At this meeting, we have invited all our stakeholders and founding fathers. We've invited all our governors and members of the National Assembly. We've invited members of the Board of Trustees. our state chairman, and other critical stakeholders. And so, as law-abiding people, we've come here to tell the police that we are having our meeting tomorrow. And this will be the inaugural meeting since we left Ibadan after our election and our national elective convention. Now, we have seen flying in the social media a purported notice of BOT and next meeting given by people who, for all intent and purposes, are no longer members of this party as I'm talking to you today. Next to God in management of political parties is the National Convention. The decision taken in a national convention overrides every other decision that has been taken by any organ of a party. Our national convention has taken a decision to expel these elements from the party, and so they are no longer members of our party. And so we have reported the moves they are making to the police, because we don't want any situation where there will be breach of peace. As leaders, more than any other person, we want peace to be sustained. This democracy that our leaders, our forefathers have sacrificed their lives to bring about to this level, we shall be ready to also give our own life to sustain this democracy.
But the two offices are locked. Yes.
Tomorrow, sir. Could you tell us the venue? I know that the National Secretariat is on that.
We are holding the meeting in our National Secretariat, which is the Wadata House. And anybody that is sitting there without our consent and permission is an interloper. We have not sought for the assistance of the police or any other security agencies to lock up our offices. Now, we are going there, we'll have the offices open, we'll get in there and then begin to perform the functions for which we've been elected. I have assured the Commissioner of Police of the FCT that while we will ensure that no breach of the peace occurs, we will go there prepared to defend ourselves and our integrity as Nigerians, because Nigerian Constitution has given us the right to defend our persons, our lives, our property, so that we are prepared to do. And let me reiterate again for avoidance of doubt, to defend our party, to defend this nascent democracy, we are prepared to lay down our lives. We will go there to move into our headquarters, to conduct our official functions, and if anybody tries to prevent us, then we pray for them.
What time is your meeting tomorrow? Because these people said they'll be having their meeting at 11 a.m. tomorrow. So what time is your meeting?
Our meeting is 10 a.m. tomorrow. Circulars have gone out. We shall be there unfailingly. I, as the national chairman of PDP, will be leading from the front, not from the rear. We shall be there tomorrow.
What was the response of the police?
The CP had given us assurance that they will do everything it takes to ensure that there is no breakdown of law and order. And that is our expectation from him. So we'll be there hoping that the police will make sure that they give us all the ample protection that we're entitled to under the law. And that assurance we've got it. So we shall be there. Thank you.
Maybe say no day tomorrow. Yeah, with the weakest faction versus Solomon Kede's faction. The former G-string members are now about to clash. Interesting. Wow. Because that's exactly what's about to play out. And you don't, I hope you haven't forgotten that in the last few months, Werewike, remember that Werewike blocked the same PDP secretariat because of some land documents, or they didn't pay the land rent or something, remember? that Wike said he revoked the CFO of the PDP secretariat. So if these guys should have the upper hand tomorrow, before Friday, they will demolish PDP secretariat. I'm thinking I should put my money on that. Do you think it will be too early? Shaking Sokwe before the end of December, Wike will demolish that house. PDP no go get secretariat. If they should have the upper hand at the end of the day, because they said that the condition that Wike gave them for peace is that PDP must not have presidential candidate in 2027. That's the only option for peace. Before it was about a thief coup, right? Then later it has now gotten to God knows what. So Wike is telling them that as long as PDP won't have presidential candidate against thiefnubu, that's the only option for peace. Maybe he didn't say that too, I don't know. But that's what he said. He said. So that means, I don't know, advise me, right? If you are my broker, what do you think I should do? Put my money on that before December, we can go demolish PDP secretariat in Abuja. If these guys should have the upper hand. Or I should make it before June next year, or because it's going to happen. He nearly demolished it this year when he kind of like questioned their land document like he's currently doing all over Abuja. He did it with PDP. It was announced. I was like, Wike, you will demolish your own party and you are supposed to be a PDP member. Or is that petty? Yeah, he can be that petty. So, okay, somebody said he won't do it. So, I'll keep my bet. I'm going to remember your name because if you eventually demolish the PDP secretariat, I'll blame you that you are the one who didn't let me make money, right? But we are watching. Tomorrow is almost there, right? Now, going forward, talking about this police and PDP. Bright, it's going to come on soon, right? But in Taraba, today, the entire State House of Assembly, who were like mostly PDP members, they have decamped to APC. And in 2 days' time, the state governor, that Kefas guy, is also going to join APC and the entire Taraba state. This was the procession where they had their speaker and the House of Assembly switching. By law, they were all supposed to lose their seats. There's a Supreme Court judgment for that. But they are going to say because the party is divided, right? So they can't lose their seats, unfortunately. Like they are not like, kind of like promoting APC as a party. It's thiefnubu. It's like thiefnubu. This is thiefnubu's party. So for you to become an initiate, you need to put on that hat, that cap. You get me now? Like this is not APC. This is thiefnubu party. You get what I mean? So that automatically tells you that those of you who knows that Nigerian political space is not ideologically driven, right? Just go and put on the hat, and you automatically become an initiate. So that's Taraba. In the next few days, you're going to see Adamawa, you are going to see Rivers, you are going to see Plateau, and then you're probably going to see Abia. Yeah, that's the shocker. That's likely going to be Abia as well, to APC. They said thiefnubu is political genius, so he's a political this, he's political strategist. So he's doing so well politically. When it comes to the governance, do you never actually feel like, even if not just 20% of his political strategy, maybe they can fix that contraption, that it will be beneficial? Do you ever think of that? No? Right. Never mind. Right. What do you have for us?
I am SP Edafe Bright, and this is Delta State Police Command. We are presently at Ogborokoko Division of Delta State, and I'm with the DPO Ogborokoko Division, the person of CSP, Temi Zokumo. We've always been talking about proactive policing. People ask us, how do we impact on the life of children? How do we enlighten them to know what is going on in our society today? Thanks to our wonderful DPO, she went to schools within her jurisdiction and did an outreach with these school children, particularly the female ones, letting them know that they should not be scared. Whatever they are going through, they should be free to talk, which eventually paid off. They were told on the importance of letting the public know if they are being defied, if they are being molested, or going through any other sort of pain. Lo and behold, after that particular outreach, a certain child, aged 13 years, from that day started crying. It got to the attention of a friend who went to her and said, how come since the day police came to lecture us, you have been crying? That was where she opened up, only for her friend to say, the day I came to your house, your daddy did the same thing to me, and that's why I stopped coming to your house. Now, what was your daddy doing to them? The man here is a 54-year-old man who has been defiling his daughters. Not just one, not two, not three of his daughters, he has been defiling them. The eldest daughter now is 24 years old. This man has been sleeping with that child since she was 12 years old. I'm trying not to get too emotional, but it is indeed very, very sad. Okay, what's your name?
I'm Edward Ngozi Odega.
How old are you, sir?
I'm now 54.
You are from where?
I'm from Telemitime in Anocha North Local.
Okay, you've heard everything I just said. Am I telling the truth or I'm lying to our audience?
You are telling the truth, sir.
Okay, how long have you been sleeping with your children, sir?
For 7 years now.
7 years. What prompted you? What will be your reason for doing it? I don't have to talk and say you're not going to waste my time. Just talk.
I don't really know. That is just a evil art.
It's devil work. It's devil work. I was waiting for that. You know, we always like to blame the devil. Devil there, you know. We'll start blaming the devil. How many daughters do you have?
I have 3 daughters.
I mean, which of them have you not slept with?
None of them.
You have slept with all of them?
Yes, sir.
Your last daughter, how old is she?
She's now 13, going to 14.
So how do you usually have sex with them?
It's in just in my house.
Your house? How? What do you tell them before you do it? You force them, you tie them, or what do you tell them before you do it?
I don't force them, I don't tie them.
So as you are using your mouth to say these things now, how are you feeling? How did they do you?
I don't really know how to go. After that, it didn't break my heart. I don't know.
What didn't break your heart?
My action already is
okay, your action break your heart now, they don't arrest you. So. Okay, the children are presently in the hospital, they're going medical checks. So if not, we would have been able to interview 1 or 2 of them. Okay, they're on their way. Mind you, not just advantage of his children, even some of the children's friends who come visiting forcefully had carnal knowledge of them. That's sad. Okay, we just interviewed the father defiling his own children. Age, I think one is about 24 years old, now one is 50 and one.
So please, all of you have young kids. Observe them closely in this this time, because I don't even know how to react to that, but yeah, make use of that information where you can. If you have a girl child, boy child, pay attention to them, because those who really abuses them are mostly people who are very closer to them. So that is why you, as a parent, must pay attention to them. You owe them. We owe them that. You know, the society today have become so damaged. Mentally deranged people are transferring this trauma to our children. And a lot of them, you have no idea what they have been through before they come of age. So please check on your kids, right? Or any kids around you at all. Please pay attention. See if you'll be saving a child, today. So I'm going to wrap it up now. Thank you so much for your time, for all this time, right? So please, if you stayed with us this far, that means you really enjoyed this conversation, okay? So please, if you haven't liked the broadcast, do now. If you haven't shared it, please share it wide. And if you haven't subscribed onto Mayegun's Diary Political, this is also another reminder. Do it now, and you're going to be with me tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I will see you again. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Mayegun #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Mayegun #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Mayegun Diary Mayegun #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun Diary Mayegun #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun Diary Mayegun #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Mayegun #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun Diary Mayegun #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Mayegun #1. Mayegun Diary Diary Political. Mayegun Diary Mayegun #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun Diary Mayegun #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun Diary Mayegun #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Mayegun #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń gba rìbá. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. oníkanṣá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ̀lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.